Yates, bonjour. Ready for R. And we start off with the Racket Squad. They had 2 albums. I started with the second one. Here's the first one, Racket Squad. And these guys, they're kind of goofy. 1968 was the first one. They're from Pittsburgh. There's some relationship here to the Vogues, 5 O'Clock World. 2.5-star punk psych pop, only fair, mostly dumb covers. Loser is a 3.5-star, nice psych punk song though, good stuff. Pop. We've got it's got some wah-wah guitar on it. We've got a groovy thing going here, yeah. 3-star on higher soul psych, punk pop, groovy psych instrumental, ode, good punk pop, punk psych with 7 Little Red Wagon, 4-star punk psych. So some good stuff on here, mostly covers. It's okay. This is the kind of thing, if you find at Salvation Army, you'll be ecstatic about. If you spent $20, you'll be going, I don't know. But it's pretty decent. Their second album, here's better. They're flipping out here more psychedelia. I give it about an 80 on the psychometer. It's pretty good. Pretty good stuff. Surprisingly good. 3-star. Psych twinge here. Organ-dominated psych punk. Like the Young Rascals. It's got some good stuff here. Ain't Nobody is like the Rascals. 5-star with psych lead guitar. Sweet Little Smoke is 3-star. Dumb, funny pop drug stuff. Kind of funky. Get Out of My Life, Woman. Everybody's done that one. Usual Treatment, 3-star psych. But Suburban Life, it gets a 5-star. Best of the LP. Suburban Life. 3 minutes is a 5-star heavy punk song. He uses a Popeye voice on Get Out of My Life, Woman. What do we else got here? More Young Rascals. Corners of Your Mind. Corners of Your Mind's pretty good. 4 stars. You Turn Me On is 3-star psych. Oregon Psych on The Minstrel. 3 stars. And then a competent but boring Lil Wayne cover of Jimi Hendrix. So here we're really kind of cranking it. 1969 is their second album, last one. Studio musicians. Not the best. Look at those glasses. That guy's he's a hipster. He's got that jive. Yeah, he's got the stuff. So this is a good one. Racket Squad. Actually, I pay money for this one. Racket Squad. Next we have a nifty little site. And these guys had 2 albums as well. The Rainbow Press. I think these guys were from Philadelphia or something. I don't know. This one's from 68. There was a war on Vietnam. This is nice psych. Good stuff. 3 to 4-star. Nice metal psych. Like Mandrake Memorial. We love those guys. Mandrake Memorial is tight, but it's soft. Rock sound, like the liners say. Good songs. We got Step Aboard, which is a 4-star mystical psych. Followed by A Simple Way, which is kind of a pop psych, no good stuff. Followed by Cyclic, 3-star, nice psych guitar on Cyclic Epic, the song of Barney Gat Mosquito. Okay, all right, sure, why not? Then we've got Better Way, which is hard rock and psych. Girl is a weird psych pop. Then we got There's a War On, the title track, 4-star, weird and wild stuff, I say. And then Our Country is a hippie recitation, which is no good. And then finally, No One Follows the Daytime, which is nice metal psych. So this has got some good psych on here. These are not wannabes. They're it. And it's good stuff. I like this. It's on Mr. G's Records. Mr. G, what have you done to us? Side one is stronger, I know. Not essential, but I mean, if you love Psych, you gotta have even the bad ones. This is pretty decent. There's a war on, says the Rainbow Press. They did get to make a second album. Bless their little hearts. This one came out in '69. And here the Rainbow Press are doing that comic book superhero stuff, which we love so much. This one's a little uneven. More like Psych Mix here, 3 stars. We start off with Sightseeing, which is a 3-star Psych. Great is Weird Psych, also 3 stars. Great White Whale, okay, Sightseeing is the first one. Third one is Lost, which is also Weird Psych. Then we got I'll Cry, which is a great fuzz cover, 4 stars. Then we follow it with some dumb pop. Side 2 has got an okay cover on As I Went Out One Morning by Dylan. Everybody's got to do a Dylan song, right? I know, Bob, Bob's not really regarded as psychedelia. He's everything else, though. He's got the blues, he's got the rhythm and blues, he's got the country. He mixed everything together. The 3 big albums in the middle there, Blonde on Blonde, Highway 61 Revisited, and Bringing It Back Home, and the lyrics on there. I had a poetry class one time. Yeah, talk about me some. I need some love. So everybody did a Dylan song because of those surrealistic lyrics that he did. I had a poetry class I took in college, and I brought my Dylan albums were there, and the professor really loved all that stuff. Just wonderful stuff. Desolation Row, and the lyrics on all that stuff. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Anyway, that's enough Dylan. And we'll get back to Rainbow Press here. Good 3-star pop psych. And you can kind of expect that from the cover. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man. That was a song my prof loves. Here's one from, this is a very goofy one. This is from 1967, so it's an early one. The Rainy Daze. That Acapulco Gold. Now, you probably know what Acapulco Gold is. Yeah, it's that stuff. Sure. This one is, I believe, studio musicians hamming up in the studio. 2.5-star Psych. Discount City is good Psych. Snow and Ice is pretty good. Soft Psych. Absurd. What is this stuff here? Absurd Bird. I write that as Psych Folk. Weatherman is sort of like Taxman by George, Lonesome George. Out of a Calico is Ho Hum Mild Psych. So this isn't a monster. It's a dollar record. That Acapulco Gold was a minor hit. It's it's of the period. It's I ranked this thing Absurd Bird. There's like 4 good songs on In My Mind. Ooh, In My Mind. So it's a wannabe. Not quite there, but we love all those little orphans. We still got a place for Acapulco Gold. The Rainy Daze on Uni. Where else? Good old Uni. This next one is from 1972 and 73. It's not Psych, please forgive me, but I do have to mention some of these because they're just so good. Nobody ever talks about them. April Lawton, lead guitarist, Ramatam. And this one's also got Mitch Mitchell from Jimi Hendrix Experience. So where does Mitch go after he played with Jimi Hendrix? One of the great unknowns hard rock guitarist, April Lawton. Wonderful stuff. Is it Psych? No, it's not Psych. It's just, I gotta mention him because nobody else does. And some people say she was forgotten because she was a woman. True that. But you gotta check these out. Not Psych, but killer early 70s hard rock. If you love that early 70s, it's still kind of psyche. It's still got the fuzz, not the fuzz so much, but the wah-wah. Here's another, not a psych. This is definitely prog, classical based, from 1969, Rare Bird. And that looks pretty psyche there, doesn't it? They still got the vibes. They still going with that psyche vibes. Not psych, though. They had 2 albums. It's prog. Um, it's pretty good. This next one was a Motown group, and they had a special label. Barry Gordy created a special label for them. It's Rare Earth. And this one's got a sidelong 21-minute version. Get ready. So again, it's soul somewhat, but it's more rock than soul. And the early ones are psychedelic. Here's that Rare Earth label. I like these guys. Some of the critics can them, but they do a lot of covers. Magic Key, Tobacco Road, Feeling All Right by Traffic. So there's a lot of covers on here, but they jam them out. If you're a guitar dude and you like that early 70s, late 60s, early 70s psych turned to rock, they got it here, man. They got some good stuff on here. This is another Rare Earth album, and I'm missing their first album, Dreams, from 1968, and that is psych. I wish I had that one. That is psych to the max. Now we're getting into more rock stuff here. This is a funny one. It's called Ecology, but there's nothing on this album about ecology. Still, you got to give them points for mentioning it. That there weren't many bands that talked about ecology. Spirit did, but it's a very important topic today. This is another that soul psych turning to hard rock. It's got I Know I'm Losing You, 11 minutes, Great Temptations song, and they psych it out. So it's good stuff. People can it, but I like it. This is their 72 album, and they said Rare Earth thought so little of this album they didn't promote it. But there's some good hard rock on here. It's not psych anymore at this point. I just like it. This next band is from Detroit, I believe. Yeah, Detroit, from 1970. The Rationals. And this one's okay. It's not the best. It's on Crew Records. Oh, I love these guys. You know, thank goodness for all these local labels because they took chances. The major labels didn't. You know, they've always played follow the leader. Whoever's most popular, the bands that they had was sounding like these, try to sound like the Beatles and the Stones. You know, get some pop in there. But the smaller labels, like, yeah, do your thing, man. So this is got a lot of covers on here. Barefootin', Handbags and Glad Rags. But it has some good stuff on here. It's punk psych. It's like the Grand Funk. I don't know if that's good or bad. I guess it depends how you feel about that. Barefootin' is a punk version. Just barefootin'. But Guitar Army is psych punk with great guitar. Something's nice R&B rock. Sunset is a 4-star psych punk with a great psych jam. It's the best cut on the album. It's called Sunset. It's almost 6 minutes. Glowing is nice soft rock. 3 stars. Handbags, okay cover. It's spacey jazz. Sing in and out of key. Oh, man. And then Deep Red, I said it's really dumb. So this is, you know what it is? Here's a dollar record. You're gonna get some good stuff off of here, but you're not gonna play it all the way through. Maybe once just to try it out. This next one, in some ways, it's a monster. It's uneven. Jerry, Ray, and Fenwick. And this sounds like 1967, but the guide says it's from 1970. I think it's earlier than that. Jerry, Ray, and Fenwick. This is This is a one-sided wonder. Remember we talked about one-sided wonders? But hey, wait, hey, there's more here. Like, we got red vinyl. How many psychs from the 60s had red vinyl? Not a lot of them. There were some comps from Europe that did. This is a, there's a note in here. What is this thing? Oh, okay. Okay. What can we say about Jerry Ray? Mine rocker. Mine rocker. Wonderful pop psych. Oh, brother. 5 stars for sure. But all the side one. State of mind, away, I'm spinning, I want to die. These are all pop psych. Wonderful. Wonderful. If you like that innocent stuff, that early morning, like we're all like 17 years old and just trying this stuff for the first time. This is it. This is wonderful. Wonderful. And it's on DeVille Records. It's pretty rare. It's pretty uneven. There he is, Jerry Ray. But there's those soft cuts. It's like Exit, Lincoln Street Exit, the Exit album on Canyon. Same thing. One-sided wonder. One side's got great pop psych. It'll just take you back to when you were a kid. Make you feel good. And that's what it's all about, right? Feeling good. This next band is pretty goofy. It's on international artists. What else? It's the Red Crayola. I don't have their first album, Parable of Arable Land. That's where they trash a studio. Parable of Arable Land has 6 psychedelic cuts and 6 avant-garde stuff like Son of Monster Magnet, the first Mother's album where they trash the studio. Same stuff, weird stuff, sound collage, weird things going on. This one's pretty good, I think. It gets canned by some places. I give it 4 stars. I say it's trippy psych. Now, of course, the first Red Crayola album, the cover was like crazy, everything going on here. So the second one had to be pretty plain here. God bless the Red Crayola and all who sail with it. So it's a little Red Crayola boat just sailing on the water here. And this is a promo. I didn't know international artists had promos. Yeah, they did. What do we call this one? Typical Texas psych. We love that stuff. Like the Grateful Dead. Yeah, okay. It's heavy. Like the other international artists, 13th Floor Elevators. Some of it's jazzy. Some of it's punk. Some of it's like Pink Floyd. Or the Velvet Underground. Yeah, the Velvet Underground. We love Lou Reed, John Cale. Good songs. We got some Bone Psych, 4-star, and Say Hello. Trippy stuff on the shirt. Listen to this. It's Jazzy Psych. Save This House. 3-star. Sounds like the 13th Floor Elevators. Easter Everywhere. Save This House. 3-star Psych. Coconut Hotel is weird, disjointed blues. Still gets 3 stars. Free Peace is similar. Ravi Shankar is jazz. Ravi Shankar is jazz. Guys, you got that mixed up a little bit there. And then Dairyman's Lament is 5-star rock. So it's a little uneven. It's got Sherlock Holmes is like Pink Floyd, early Pink Floyd. Mystic Psych, Tina's Gone. 5-star Psych rock, Dearth of Tilth. Dearth of Tilth is 5-star, like the Velvet Underground. Woohoo! Punk Weirdness, Jules and Madonna. So I said this was uneven. This is before I read side 2 here. Green of My Pants is punk psych. Green of My Pants. So no, this is 4-star, man. This is killer. Some people can. I don't care. I love it. I think this is excellent stuff. The Red Crayola. And hey, you got to get every international album anyway. There's some blues on international artists. I forget. T-Bone Walker, I think. T-Bone, no, not Walker. Anyway, there's some blues on there. There's some other goofy stuff in international. But most international albums are worth having. They tend towards the crazy, avant-garde. But there's a lot of Texas hard rock on that stuff, too. Now, this next band is a Christian band. It's very uneven. But they do a Dylan cover, I Shall Be Released. You got to give them stuff there. Good covers. But there's one great song on here. Into the Light. Mystical Psych. Wonderful stuff. Oh, man. And it's on a goofy local label because they were a Christian band. Not particularly well known. What does it say on this label here? 1970. It does. It's like it's their own label here. Into the Light, Rebirth. I know what label is this on? I guess this was a self-published. Yeah, it's uneven. What do we say about Rebirth here? 2-star. It's moody, folky, some misfires. The Dylan cover is good. There's harpsichord. They use harpsichord on Young Girls, which is a cover. I think it's like Mamas and Papas or something. Yeah, Young Girls Are Going to the Canyon. Daily, I Got Me is 3-star fuzz freak out. Goofy pop psych. But then it has horns. Nice guitar fuzz break though. But the best one is 5-star Into the Light. Guitar and organ workout. West Coast psychedelia. Great. This is a one-hit wonder album, but it's worth it for that. Into the Light. They had a second album. Not as good. We're getting more into pop here. 3-star, kind of breezy West Coast Jesus rock. Jesus is a pretty good song. 3 stars. 4-star, good guitar on that one. Great guitar jam on Summertime, and the living is easy. Gershwin's take on black culture. Culture appropriation there, but it's okay. It's not great. Side 2 is horrible. But we start off with a 3-star cover. I say it's better than the original, so it's pop though. Get in there, you. Get back in there. Not great. I don't know. I don't throw some of this stuff away. I guess Into the Light is such a great cut. Okay, this next one. This is an argument whether this next group is psychedelic. It's more blues rock, but it has the psych edges. It had Billy Mundi from the Mothers of Invention. It's Rhinoceros. More electric stuff. This was kind of a super group. I love this album. I don't care. Is it hard psych? No. Is it really good? Yeah, it's got all kinds of mixes on here. Rhinoceros. It's blues rock. It's got some dual lead guitar on here. It's a mix of styles. Some of them are very psychic. Psychic. Apricot Brandy is a great 2-minute cut that's got some decent guitar on it. What else is good on here? You also got Crankin' Psych. That time of year. Crankin' Psych. We like that Crankin' Psych. I've Been There is a very stately pop psych with good guitar. Along Comes Tomorrow is psyche R&B. So it's got some psyche moves. It's rootsy rock, some soul. It's like the band in places. And it's got horns. So if you got hornophobia, you might want to avoid it. I just love this album. It's a perfect 1969 eclectic where they cover everything. It's just, I love it. I don't care. Their second album is Satin Chickens, which is regarded as the weakest of the 3, but they did get to do 3 albums. And the third one is Rhinoceros. Better Times Are Coming. Not for Rhinoceros, Better Times Were Coming, unfortunately. But then, again, this is that kind of that blues rock stuff. It's a groovy world. Not psych. Good stuff, though. Good mix of stuff. Insanity. Sweet, Nice, and High. Rhinoceros. Better times are coming. Not for them. Okay. This next one is a folky album. Andy Robinson from Philadelphia, 1968. And Janice Ian produces. It's folk, but it's got some good psych on here, too. This is one of those you never buy, but if you do, you'd be pleasantly surprised. It's poetic, moody folk with some psych on there. It's like J.K. and Company. That was a great psych. I love J.K. and Company. The first cut on here is great 5-star psych. It's got fuzz guitar. It's moody. It's absolutely the end. 3 minutes, 38 seconds. Then we followed with a ballad of a summer girl. Well, that's an evocative title, isn't it? Ballad of a summer girl. Folk rock pop. It's 3 stars. Exhibition is moody pop with nice organ. Time is dreamy folk, no good. Provider is psyche pop, only 2 stars. Side 2, we got moody rock with wah-wah guitar on Tell You the Truth. Wah-wah guitar, love that stuff. Next we got Are You Sleeping? 4 minutes, earnest pop rock with good jamming guitar. Next one's dud. Next one's a dud. Next one's more duds. So what is it? Yeah, you guessed it. It's a dollar record. It's got some good stuff on it. It doesn't start from psych. It starts from folk. But it's 68, man. You know, Janisina says, hey, listen up, man. Get some psych on there. And he did. Yeah, wrap this up. We got more to go here. This is Rockadelic. This is a Canadian psych from 1969. Very strange stuff. Killer psych. This is a reissue. It's not the original is very rare. Get the reissue. Just a monster from Canada. Hard psych. A little weird. But hey, if you're into psych, you like weird, right? Rockadelic. Good stuff. This next one is the Rockets. These guys are from 1968. They became Crazy Horse, Neil Young's backup band. It's got some electric violin on here. It's got some psych, weird violin psych on Mr. Chips. 5-star Wild Fuzz on Let Me Go with violin jam with psychic guitar interplay. Violin and guitar interplaying. Oh, yeah, that's the stuff, man. 5-star grungy psych on Pills Blues. 5-star psych lyrics. Sounds like Bob Dylan. Yeah, we love that Bob Dylan. And Stretch Your Skin. Jamming. Good stuff. Violin psych. Yeah. The Rockets. Now we get into a band which is not psychedelic. The Rolling Stones. They start off as blues rock, of course, but they had a lot of great songs on there. We love you. Or how about Child of the Moon? That's psychedelic. This is, I believe, just like the Beatles, 1966. What are you going to do, man? You're going to go for psych. Look at that. Flowers. And who wouldn't say that? Please go home. That's psych, isn't it? Please go home. Mother's Little Helper. Right on, baby. A lot of this is still R&B stuff. Let's spend the night together. They sing that on Ed Sullivan. How'd they get away with that? This is wonderful. Early psyche stuff. Still got the R&B influence. The Stones, I always said the Beatles had at least one psych cut on every one of their albums from 66 up to 69 or so. The Stones didn't. They had this album, which was kind of psyche, and of course they went way off the deep end. After Sgt. Pepper came out, they came out with their Satanic Majesty's Request, 1968, psych to the max. Nice lenticular cover there. Mick Jagger's doing his wizard stuff here. They're all dressed up in weird stuff here. And there's a lot of fun stuff on this album cover. You can study this cover. Now, the reissue of this, of course, was not a lenticular cover. It was a plain cover. But the advantage of this, you could see some of the Beatles. On the Sgt. Pepper, there's a little girl on the cover wearing a T-shirt, a striped T-shirt that says, Welcome the Rolling Stones. So the Rolling Stones paid the compliment back. They put George Harrison and Paul McCartney. You can't see that. But you could see John there, and you could see George there. All 4 Beatles are here, little tiny, but it's really hard to see them on the lenticular cover. You got to work this cover to see this thing. I think there's Paul right there. Here's George. George is pretty easy to see. He's got this marble hat on. John's pretty easy to see. Ringo's kind of on the edge here somewhere. Some people can this album because they say the Rolling Stones took some wonderful songs. They even had a fancy interstate, just like the Beatles did. No insert, though. I love this album. I know a lot of people can it because they say it's psychedelic doodling. Sing this all together. Wonderful. In the Citadel, in another land. 2000 Man. Oh, what a song. 2000 Man. Sing this. Why don't we sing this all together? She's a Rainbow. Great hit. The Lantern. Carry the lantern high. Very evocative. Gomper. 2000. You're 2000 light years from home. It's a freak out song. On with the show. That's kind of corny, good time stuff. But 5-star Psych. Thank you, Stones. The Stones were my favorite band of the 60s. And I love this album. I don't care what anybody says. You can study that cover forever. Ooh, man, that's a trip in itself. You don't have to do any kind of lysergic acid for that one. This one's kind of folk rock, leaving on a jet plane. Not, they said it has some psyche moves here. The Rose Garden, maybe. This next band is Psych to the Max. It featured the receptionist from Chess Records, Minnie Riperton, with the screeching multi-octave voice. Rotary Connection. Now this is I think it's a fun Psych album. Some people can it. I don't care. I think it's great. It's on Cadet Concept, which had some good Psych on it. Some covers. Amen is a nice introductory psychedelic. Turn Me On, Pink Noise, Lady Jane's a cover. Like a Rolling Stone, they do a Dylan cover here. Soul Man. It's kind of a soul psych, people say. Ruby Tuesday. A lot of covers on this one, but this is just one of those albums when it came out. It was just very popular because it's a great mix of stuff. Minnie Riperton wasn't going too much on the mix master here. She was staying in line on this one. Good Psych. I love it. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. On this album, they're getting even more Psych than this one. What's the name of this one? I forget. Rotary Connection. They're from Chicago. Minnie Riperton was a receptionist at Chess. This is even more Psych. What do we got? 3-star Psych Pop. Good Soul on Aladdin. Sitar Psych. Woohoo! I must be there. Interesting. I feel sorry. Interesting mix of stuff. Paper Castle. There's some punk on here. Life Could. There's some Zappa. Let Them Talk. Frank Zappa style. And I Took a Ride. Pop Psych. Another fun Psych. Doesn't take itself too seriously. There they are. Sitting on they're ready to explode here. They lit the fuse. The Rotary Connection is going to get blown up. Look out, guys. I like all of their albums. They're a little uneven. They're not essential. I think the first album is essential. I just love it. And hey, they even did a Christmas album. How many psychedelic groups did a Christmas album? There's Minnie, good old Minnie. She had a solo career later on. She died of cancer, poor girl. Wonderful woman. Love Minnie Riperton. A psychedelic again. Really goofy. I think I paid 50 cents for this sealed. This was a cutout for sure. But it's good stuff. And 2 more, and that kills the R's for us. I got to kill 35 minutes. And it's gonna take all day to load this one. This is the Rugbys. The Rugbys. The Rugbys were from Louisville, Kentucky. This is 1970. This is Psyche Garage Rock. Ooh, we love that Psyche. Wengal, the Warlock. This is You and I. Those are great Psych songs. Some hard rock, 3 stars. Falls apart in places. Punk hit You and I was great song. A 4-star on what is this? Juditha? Yeah, Juditha Gina. Juditha Gina is great guitar. 4 stars. 4-star Kings and Queens rocks. Light is good psych, hard rock. Light, the light, good psych. We got some Chuck Berry here, rocking all over. Good slow song for love, and cornball. So, but nice guitar and winding call. But I gotta call it cornball stuff. So, hard punk, heavy metal, very tasty. Some of it's not so great. It's kind of in between there. Now, the last one for the art, and I got to wrap this up. I'm running out of time, but I did get it done in one. Now, this one's, is this psych? Yes and no. It's Todd Rundgren, who, remember, Runts was good psych, and we got some good 60s stuff on Todd Rundgren. This one is a wizard, a true genius. I believe this is from 72. And Todd does all the playing, all the singing on this one. Later on, it was described as an acid trip. Even the sleeves die cut to match the cover. I love that. Hate having stuff. This is a weird mix. It does have some hits on here. It's got all kinds of strange stuff on it. Some of it's unlistenable. Bearsville Records. There's like 12 tracks on here. So this is a kind of it's not like side 2 of Abbey Road, kind of. Not as good. But there's some good stuff on here. There's some hits, believe it or not. This was described as trying to duplicate an acid trip. And some of it's, sometimes I don't know what to feel was a hit. There's another hit on here somewhere. I don't see it now. Oh, just one victory. So 5 minutes. So this is some of you would not say this was psychedelia, but it's describing an acid trip. So musically, it's all over the map. He played all kinds of stuff here. Rundgren was a musical genius. I think he's still alive. So that's it for the R's. Long video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again for S.